Hey, what's up, man? Is it Azael or Aziel? And let me know if the audio's okay. I changed my setup a little bit since the last time I did this. Uh-oh. That sounded really close. This is actually the first time I think I've been invaded. God, he's like crushing me and he's laggy as shit. That was brutal. Hey, Penguin, what's up? Hey, Kos. Hey, what's going on, guys? That was actually the very first time I've been invaded. And yeah, I'm on PC. So that was the very first invasion. I'd actually been invaded in the in Blight Town, but for whatever reason, the invader immediately black crystalled out. So I'm not sure why. And that guy was doing just a ton of damage with that weapon, with the Black Knight Halberd. And he was really laggy too, which obviously is not a good combination. In fact, I think I've got it set to worldwide right now. I'm just going to leave it like that, but I think maybe off stream I'll probably reduce it to local only. And if it wasn't clear, like I have no idea what I'm doing in PvP. So, and as soon as I kill this this other serpent here, I'll show you guys some stuff with the build since the last time I streamed. All right, so let me show this off a little bit. So you can see I'm up at soul level 41. You think he was Italian? Yeah, it would make sense. Like, it was pretty laggy. And I've got it set to worldwide right now. And so since I'm on stream, I'm going to leave it at worldwide in case anybody wants to try to invade me. In fact, what I might do is I've got a recent backup. I might go ahead and just keep throwing on the humanity and going into human form so people can invade me if they want. And then I can just blow through all my humanity and restore my save file. But yeah, the build. So you see, soul level 41, I cranked up the vitality and I was building up my endurance, but then I switched over to strength and dex so that I could use the Black Knight sword. This would probably be mostly like a strength build. You can see some of the weapons I've picked up. So I'm trying to decide, like, I probably want another weapon that I'm going to upgrade. I've got the Black Knight sword at +1. I've got the Morning Star +7. That was my primary until I was able to use the Black Knight sword, but you can see the AR is just so ridiculous, so I'm going to probably stick with that. I just got the Lightning Spear. I've actually been through most of Sen's Fortress already. In fact, I think I've cleared it all out. I just need to go after the boss. Fact, should probably swap this to the Wolf Ring. So I picked up, I was farming earlier today and I picked up, where is it? I might have stored it in the bottomless box, but I picked up the weapon that those serpents wield and it took me forever to farm it up. I've got a Balder side sword, but that's a dex weapon, so I probably won't use that. The Man Serpent Greatsword. But when I was looking at it, at least superficially, it doesn't look nearly as good as the Black Knight sword. I've also got the Black Knight Halberd, so I save scummed until I was able to get both of those. Hey, Rabbit One, what's up? How have I been finding the remaster? I've been enjoying it. I'm probably actually going to make a video about what I see as kind of like the key distinctions between like at least Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1, but I want to get more of the game under my belt first, and I especially want to do more PvP. And just for those that just tuned in, I'm probably going to go ahead and I've got like probably 20 humanity or so, and so I'll just probably keep popping them over and over, and then when I run out, I'll just pull my save file out and restore from that. And I'm thinking, I haven't been to the forest yet. I've got the bonfire outside the forest unlocked, and I've got that crest that'll get me in. So I'm probably going to screw around with Sen's Fortress, kill the boss there, go to Anor Londo, and then I may come back and go to the forest. Yeah, the Lightning Spear, that's the one that I got. And yeah, I do have the Black Knight Shield. In fact, I got 3 Black Knight Shields that dropped for me. 3 different Black Knight Shields. And that was without save scumming, by the way. I had to save scum so that I wouldn't get the Black Knight Shield, because I already had 2 of them. And those were just random natural drops from 2 different Black Knights. And then I got the 3rd one. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I want to get one of the weapons. And so I assumed that the shield was the frequent drop and the weapons were the rare drop. But then I looked it up. That's not the case. I think the Black Knight shield is a 5% drop, and the weapons are like a 20% drop. Watch this damage, 12 points. I don't have enough strength to one-hand this yet. So I've been playing around with the PvE and trying to like learn the parry timings, trying to work on backstabs. I've been playing around like playing unlocked. And just like in Dark Souls 3, when you play unlocked to try to fish, you can get backstabbed yourself. And in fact, I got backstabbed by Havel, and he one-shot me. Yeah, and I think, you know, if anybody wants one of like the Black Knight shield or the sword, or like the halberd, let me know, and I can probably save scum drop it for you. So if I recall correctly, there is an NPC you can summon here, which I think I'm going to go ahead and do. Yeah, Iron Tarkus. And if I recall, this guy just absolutely wrecks this boss. So I summoned for Moonlight Butterfly, which is a super easy boss, but I'm just playing around summoning some of the NPCs. Like Ornstein and Smo, I'll probably try to do solo. I've got worms in me. Yeah, you've only gotten invaded twice. I'm on PC, not on PS4, but I have not been invaded nearly as much as I was expecting to be. Like, I was expecting it to be almost non-stop. Oh no! uh, well, that sucked. Yeah, Rabbit. No, that's a good point about the dark wraiths being gated late game. And the other thing is, with the weapon matchmaking, there probably isn't the incentive that there once was to get really late in the game with a low level character and just, you know, absolutely destroy people. Although I don't know how many of you guys saw it. I got invaded a few minutes ago by somebody that had a ton of poise. They had the Black Knight halberd, and he just destroyed me. Like each hit took off like half my health. Not quite, because I think he hit me 3 times total. Yeah, I think that's right too. There's a lot more people playing through this game relative to the number of invaders. I absolutely think that's true. I mean, it was like that in the beginning with Dark Souls 3 as well. I mean, you get just like from an invader's perspective, instant invasions, and from what I've seen so far, that seems to be pretty much the case here as well. I've forgotten too how powerful pyromancies are in this game, and how you don't have to load stats for pyros. So I've got the pyro glove on this character, and the castings are slow, but man, those fireballs do a ton of damage. All right, let's try this one more time. My souls in there? They should be. So level 1 was hard. Yeah, I can only imagine. I I've never attempted that on actually any of the Souls games. I've come close. I mean, I've done like low level runs. I don't really remember this boss's moveset at all. I mean, really, the only thing I remember is being unlocked against these bosses is really the way you want to go. Man, he is doing just a ton of damage. Holy crap. Wow, that is like easy mode. I think I've done everything, so I'm probably... Actually, I don't know, what do you guys think? I could either go on to Anor Londo, or I could go to the forest and see who invades me and probably do a bunch of PvP. Because I don't have the obviously the red orb, so I'm not going to be able to really invade anyone. So if you guys want to see PvP, I'd probably go to the forest. But if you guys just want to see PvE with a chance of me getting invaded, or if you guys want to try to invade me, I'd go to Anor Londo. So what do you guys think? And yeah, Worms in Me, I did make a video about that, after Mocha had showed me his build and he'd made videos, and I fought Mocha when he's playing with that build, and he absolutely crushes me. Like, it's ridiculous. He makes me look like a total noob. I could get the blue orb. I'm embarrassed to ask, how do I do that? How do I get the blue orb? It's in Anor Londo, right? Well, if you guys, or if you guys want to do co-op, we can totally do that. In fact, I think, yeah, I've still got the matchmaking password set to Amish. So if any of you guys want to do co-op, like, throw your sign down in front of me or tell me where you're gonna put it, and I'll pull you in. We can absolutely do that. I probably won't be on for too terribly long. I'll probably be on for just like another 45 minutes or so, just because I got some stuff I gotta do. In fact, I am gonna be, I think I've told some people, I'm heading to the UK on the 3rd. I'm gonna have quite a bit of free time on my hands. I'll be there from like the 3rd through the 13th. And I know I've already reached out to some folks that I know are in the UK to see about hooking up with some of you guys. But if you're there and you're interested, let me know. I've got a new email address, iamamish@iamamish.com. So feel free to send me a note if that's something you're interested in. I can't make any promises, but I'll try to do my best. Make a dash for it in the catacombs. Yeah, I thought about that. Usually, if I recall correctly, there's an occult weapon. There's an occult weapon here in Anor Londo that I usually downgrade to divine, and then I use that club down there. And so without a divine weapon, I've actually never gone through it without one. I mean, I'm sure you can. It's just you have to deal with everything respawning. But I guess if you kill the necromancer, it's not going to matter. I'm not going to mess with these guys yet. I'm going to grab this bonfire and level up. Where in the UK? I'm going to be primarily in London, but I'm going to be in Dover and in Bath as well. And probably other places as well. I'm going to be there for a long time, so we're winging quite a bit of it. I'm going to be there with my wife. Okay. So I think I'm going to take my strength to 20 so I can one-hand this weapon. Perfect. So, actually, I have a question for you guys. My Estus Flask is at +1, and I feel like by this point it should be at +2, which makes me think I missed a Firekeeper soul somewhere. So I grabbed the one in the church by the gargoyles, and then what's-his-face killed the other Firekeeper, so I'll invade him later in Anor Londo, and I think that gets me a second one. But isn't there another one? Am I missing another one? If I ever go to New Orleans, actually, I wouldn't say frequently. I've been there a couple times already in New Orleans, and I really like it there. I know my wife and my family do as well. So I will certainly keep that in mind. I'm sure I will be there again before too long. Go to New Londo? Well, I only have like one of those curse things, and I know you can pick up some more. I'm probably gonna hold off on that. I think I'm gonna start off just poking around here. And again, if anybody wants to throw their sign down, feel free. Just let me know that it's down, and I'll grab it. Oh, and I'm fast rolling too. That was the other thing I meant to talk about. I know I've heard some conflicting advice about this. I saw Nif's latest video. He had that mid-roll Murakumo guy. That's right. Actually, do I want to fight these guys? Yeah, I do. So there's a chest there that I want to grab. But I want to take him away from the other one because I don't want the other one aggroed. Oh, the AoE on that shield attack I forgot about is ridiculous. Oh my god, this weapon does so much damage. I'm used to having to hit these guys like 8 times here. Oh man, that is so much easier with this weapon. And I don't think this one's a mimic. No. Sweet. Do not use the one from Lautrec. Yeah, that's right. I have to use it to actually relight the bonfire there in Firelink Shrine. Yep. There's one in New Londo. There's one in Blighttown? Where's the one in Blighttown? I've already been to Blighttown because I had to ring the second bell to open up Sen's Fortress. But I went in, I used the master key, so I came in from the New Londo side. I didn't come in from the depths. I hate going that other way so much. Now, part of my revulsion is around having played this on the Xbox 360, where the frame rate was like 10 frames a second. But that whole path down is pretty annoying. I will probably go back at some point. But I'm going to probably wait a bit until I can level up my character a bit more. I think the cooldown timer in this game is like 10 minutes for invasion, so I should be coming up on that timer here pretty quickly, if I haven't already. Man, your roll timings, even with fast roll, like your roll timings in this game really need to be tight. One of these is a mimic. This one. And I've never used any of the crystal weapons. Like Old Rabbit, when I saw that you were using one in your most recent video, and I know like they decay really quick, and so you can't use them for too terribly long. But I should probably. I hope you guys can hear me right now because I've got the stream up on my laptop. It looked like it was lagging out. Okay, all right, better now. Actually, let me see what the crystal weapon looks like. Wow. 242 plus 112. Yeah, that's an improvement. One thing I do like about this game, I have to say, I do like the way that it punishes whiffs. Like the separation, and I think this is what a lot of the people that are fans of Dark Souls 1 have been alluding to, is like the return to skill is much higher. Like there's a separation between poorly skilled players. Like poorly skilled players can come into Dark Souls 3 and basically just start spamming and spam roll, spam attack, and there's really no penalty for doing that. Whereas with this game, there is an immense penalty to doing that. trying to get his tail here. I didn't get it. That's alright, I think I already have that weapon anyway. So here's something I haven't played around with is this, the Gravelord Servants. Yeah, and that's what happens. I get this failed to invade message, and I presume that that's because somebody or some buddies have already invaded that Gravelord Servants world. Like, I remember there was a bug in the network test that allowed tons of people to invade. Thought I remember there was a chest around here. That sign never works for you, and the same with the Dragon Covenants. Yeah, I mean, I presume it's because there's just too many people grabbing them. But the other weird thing is, I could have sworn that that covenant didn't work until New Game Plus. At least that's what I remember hearing. But I see those signs everywhere. I can't remember if I have to run up the buttress now. I think I do. Yeah. So I gotta make sure I've got throwing arrows. Yeah, I'm gonna switch my weapon here. I always remember there was some setting around like the camera here that I always change, but I don't remember what it was, so I'm gonna throw caution to the wind here. Okay. I think we need the Black Knight sword here. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead. No, I'm going to leave my wolf ring on. I remember hating this section. It's just so easy to get knocked off. This is so annoying. Ah. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna avoid fighting those guys up there. I'm gonna go ahead and humanity up again. See if I can get invaded. Nope. Can you drop humanities for each other? Like, I'm pretty sure you can soul packs. Pepper, you think the idea behind the grave lording is flawed because you can't see your handiwork? Yeah, and that's a good point about the rat one. I mean, I think and I'm no expert, and I've certainly not done the Covenant, but at least just from what I've seen from afar, the grave lording Covenant to me seems a lot like. Did I grab both of these chests? The Grave Lording Covenant seems like essentially like a dried finger run, right? It's just a way to get people to invade you. Um, it's a way to get people to invade you and have fun with PvP without invading other people. At least, I mean, that's kind of what it seems like to me. Actually, I've got the Pyro Glove too. I think maybe the Pyros would have been a better idea. Basically, I can't fight those guys on those narrow walkways. I need to get to like the middle section where it's a bit wider. I'll be the first to admit that when I first played this game years ago, I played it like probably a year and a half after release, so it wasn't very active at the time. Like there weren't a lot of summon signs on. In fact, I bought the game about a month before Dark Souls 2 came out. And I used a guide to get through the majority of the game. But I like this buttress here, I don't know how long that would have taken me to figure out on my own. Fishing the PvE is like ridiculously easy in this game if you play unlocked. Alright, let's see if I can do a bit better this time. Whichever way he comes, I think I want to go the other way. Did he drop off? Sweet. Okay, I think my target is off to the right there by the fog. Nice. Sweet. And I know that there's stuff down here. Can't remember how to get to the other side here. You've seen some devious grave lords use the Hellkite Drake to bait invaders in. So I actually tried to kill the Hellkite Dragon for the first time. I had played the game a couple other times. I had never killed him before, and it was not easy. Like, you have to keep running down below. Okay, I don't think I want to go over there right now because I'm afraid I won't be able to get back, and I'll have to use a homeward bone, and I want to make sure I open this up here first. Cool. Oh, shoot, I forgot about you. Whoa. On the shield. I don't think I've ever gotten the shield before. That's kind of cool. Okay, now I know, or I think actually there was a bonfire down here. I might have to go move the lever again to get to the bonfire. Yeah, I think this is just the lower floor of where I was before, and I don't think I want to go in here. Yeah, I don't want to go in here right now. I need to take this back up and get that bonfire. How's the audio, by the way, guys? Like the mic and the game audio. I was playing around with it a little bit before I started. You know, one of the challenges with streaming I've learned is that, you know, there's no way to test everything without everybody knowing that you're on. And so it's hard to just kind of get like a scenario where you can play around with things and test without having to worry that people come in and you're going to bore them while you go through a bunch of testing. What I need to do actually is probably get another YouTube account so I can stream to it and practice. So my strategy with respect to kindling of bonfires is if I'm already human and I've got some soft humanity, I'm going to go ahead and kindle the thing. And I've actually never fought, is that Gwendolyn down there? I've never fought him before. Oh, nice. The mic sounds fine. My voice isn't too loud and you can still hear the game. Awesome. That's great. Thank you. I will keep the settings then. You know, streaming on the PC is not nearly as straightforward as YouTube kind of led me to believe, because when you go into YouTube as a content creator, there's an option which says go live now. And I assumed it was basically as simple as pressing a button and going live. And I'm no fool. I mean, I work in computing. I have an idea of what's involved, but I thought, you know, all that stuff sort of happened transparently on your behalf, similar to how it works on the PS4. But that's not the case. Like, you have to download software to handle the streaming. You have to set all that stuff up. You have to configure it so it points to your channel. So when you start streaming, it streams to my channel and not somebody else's. You have to get the audio and the video settings correct and make sure it's using the right mic and the right audio source. Like, there was a lot of trial and error and troubleshooting I had to go through. Oh man, this part sucks. Actually, I should have probably burned my souls first. We're gonna throw caution to the wind here, and I'm just gonna go for it. And I'm gonna avoid both of you guys for now. What the hell was that? Okay, if you come in by yourself, I'll kill you. No, you're turning around. I don't want these guys coming up behind me here. Oh, shoot. No. Alright, sweet. Aha! I thought to look over there. I didn't remember if there was anyone over there, but I'm glad I did. Alright. And then if I recall... Is there anything back here? Uh-oh, here we go. Man, if he goes up on the buttresses, I am pretty well screwed. Oh, man. It's almost like he can just do that on reaction. That's ridiculous. Man, that is just crazy. Like that great combustion range combined with the fact that he has standing poise, like he could just pretty much wait and on reaction hit the great combustion. And I don't know if it's like Dark Souls 3 where if I put my guard up, if he would have busted my guard. Because the one thing I debated trying to do was to try to fish a backstab out of him. But probably that would not have worked because the AoE on that seems so large. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, what would have been a better way to have approached that fight? Passive poise, yep. And he was just spamming it, but I mean, he really didn't have to do anything else, right? Like, I'm not sure how I should have fought that. Although I probably, well, maybe I should have tried to heal, but he would have hit me and the damage would have done more damage than I had Estus. So I think I'm just going to try and run through here this time. Did I have the right idea before about the buttress? I really want this guy to come up here, but... Great, now I got all of them on my tail. I have to say, like, the changes to healing going back to Dark Souls 1 have been really hard to get used to. And I have to say that, I mean, I get why people like the slower healing and the ability to punish people and how people can't just run and roll away and heal. But in some ways, it makes the fights less interesting, too, because they end up being over so quick. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think. What the hell? Oh, I was going too fast and I took damage. No, no, no. No, no, not that. Oh man, this is so bad. I can't believe I made that. I think it's this door. Okay, so talk to Solaire. He would relish a chance to assist me. That's very nice. All right. I forgot about that. I forgot about Solaire's thing for you. That's kind of funny. Alright, so now I've got enough strength to one-hand the weapon. I don't know, like if I'm gonna target, so let's say I'm gonna target like soul level 60 to 80. What I'm trying to think about what a good amount of vitality is, because based on my experience so far, I don't think I have enough. So I'm tempted to think that I need to crank this higher, but at the same time, strength is where my damage is gonna come from. I think right now I need more vitality. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go human and I'm going to kindle the bonfire here. Actually, first, oh, I'm only 300 souls shy, so let me go ahead. And we can level up. You know, it's also weird, like humanity versus embers. Like the way that this game is structured, really the only two incentives you have to use humanity, aside from if you want to be invaded, to be able to summon help, is one, and then the other one is to kindle the bonfires, which is kind of an interesting mechanic. So you want more Estus flasks, but then you run the risk of invasion, but then you get invaded one time. That's it. Is it the demon in here? Actually, I think when I kill these silver knights, I want that ring. And my item discovery is 300. Okay. Hey, Bearman Pig, what's up? You're having fun with PvP with the Oro build or the Poise Gold? Oh, you're saying the Oro build or the Poise Gold Tracer build destroys you? Yeah. Hey, take care, old rabbit one. Thanks for stopping by. And vitality and endurance are your bread and butter. Well, and I didn't realize, and I don't remember who it was that told me that endurance isn't just endurance, but it's also your equip load. And once I realized that, like as soon as I heard that, I was like, okay, well, I obviously need more of that. Oh, that was unexpected. And now I think the Titanite demon is in here, and I don't really want to fight him. Oh no, this is where I get the club. I don't remember what's down here. I seem to remember there's a mimic and there's a bunch of Havel stuff. Well, I'm guessing that's the mimic, given all the blood stains. Trying to see if he's going to give me the helmet. Although I guess that would probably drop first if he were going to drop that. Okay. Isn't there an occult club down here too, or did I already pick that up? did pick it up. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just downgrade that to a divine weapon, potentially. I'll have to actually think about that. I'm not so sure that's actually a good strategy. Okay, and I think there's two... You got soul level 60 with Havels and Ring of Favor. So far it worked. Yeah, that sounds like probably a build that I'll end up using. And you don't get hard humanity from killing hosts like you get a stored ember. That's a really good point too. Now, I haven't invaded anyone, but I do remember seeing that. And a lot of invaders have like 99 soft humanity on them. I hear Silver Knights moving around. Maybe this is where... Yeah. Or no, I want to come in from the other side. I keep hearing knights moving around. It's making me edgy. Is this where he is? Oh, nope, you're a Silver Knight. I'm afraid if I go in there, there's going to be somebody else in there, so I'm going to try and draw him out. Okay, there's the Titan Knight Demon down there. Okay, I think I got one more chest here and then I can continue to move on, and that's a Mimic too. Oh, sweet, I got the Symbol of Avarice. Okay, cool. I don't think I've ever had that before in Dark Souls 1. I can't remember where I need to go next. Guess this probably not going to be much of an issue. Actually, I do not want to be on here when this guy comes around. This is weird now because I spent so much time embered before. Yeah, I'm not a dumbass, dude. I thought there was like some way that you could jump. No, it's jumping down here that you can do. Okay. What? Parry spammers. I do remember how to deal with them. No, I think I just got pivoted. And I just got destroyed. Yeah, he was bad, but better than me. Like, that has been one thing, man. Hey, Lexio, what's up? It's this game, the PvP has been like a huge adjustment. Like, it's so different. Like, it's obviously it's a different game, but I mean, like, it's so completely different. God, that standing, that poise is like killing me. What? You miss spacing in the two-hit stun more. I'm kind of feeling the same thing right now, but I don't know how much of that's just my inability to acclimate to the game. And in fairness, I mean, I've only really just started playing the PvP a little bit. And like what I'm trying to figure out is I've noticed a pattern of there's some really good players like I really respect who greatly prefer this game, but I don't know if that's just more like that because that's what they remember. Like that's the game they remember playing and that's where they first got good. Or how much of it's that the game is actually that much better. Like I truly don't know. If I miss spacing, then work on my spacing. Yeah. I mean, there's so much in this game that I need to work on. And this game doesn't have like the red soapstone, right? So you can't just summon your buddies in for duels. So the only way, like what I probably should do is go to the forest and join the forest covenant and just start invading there, and then I'll get better. I mean, that's probably the way for me to actually improve. It has red soapstone? Okay. All right, well, I'll have to figure out where that is then. Oh, shoot. I thought there were like multiple silver knights in here. I'm gonna go check the other corridor here, see what's up over there. So Bearman Pig, so is that what indicting does? Is it basically gives you sin and makes you eligible to be invaded by the dark moons? You just finished the remaster this morning. I haven't had that much time to play. Like, this is as far as I've gotten. Okay, this is the room I was thinking of. If I recall, he actually gives you something. This is right here, man. This is classic FromSoft. You look, you see the Silver Knight, and you think, oh, I can handle it. There's two of them, but then you miss the one right inside the doorway. Oh, that's bad. think I want to take you up here. That's another really interesting thing that Dark Souls 1 does, is it forces you to fight in really narrow corridors a lot. It forces you to fight in really narrow corridors, and the physics in this game are a lot less forgiving than they were in Dark Souls 3. So trying to hit somebody in a corridor is not easy. That can be really frustrating. I was wondering why this door was open. I guess the invader must have opened it up. Did they fix the life ring? Because as I recall, the life ring was actually broken. It was... Oh, you followed me in here, didn't you? The life ring was broken in the earlier iterations of the game. You wouldn't say that if you knew all the spacing text, you just need to adjust. Well, I'm not saying that that's not the case. I'm saying that, at least for myself, I have not arrived at like a decision yet. And that's probably the case because, like I said, the players I know that are good and I respect that played this game and know it have pretty much said the same thing. So my expectation is that I mean, you guys aren't stupid. That's probably what's going on. So guys, it's a school night for me, so I'm probably gonna cut it short here. I'm gonna have to stop. I've already been playing like an hour and a half. Thanks everybody who decided to stop in. I greatly appreciate the support. I hope you guys find it entertaining. Definitely feel free to send me messages if there's things you think I should be doing differently, any problems with the stream, or there's things you want to see. Hit me up and I'd be happy to entertain some of those ideas. But guys, thank you so much for stopping by, and hopefully I get good soon. Thank you.